Okay, question 6. The first part, we've got to write root 80 in the form c root 5. So to simplify a surd, you need to write 80 as something times something, where the first thing has to be a square number, because that means when you split it up into the square root of the first thing times the square root of the second thing, this first thing will be the square root of a whole number, so you're going to end up with that whole number times the square root of this other bit that wasn't a whole number. Okay, you should check your square root. If you found a square number but it wasn't the biggest one you could, you may have to repeat the process and simplify some more. Okay, the second part, okay, it does what it always asks you to do, but it's put it in a context, so don't be fooled. This rectangle, okay, we just need to know how the length of a rectangle and its area relate to the width of a rectangle. Okay, so if you know the area and you know the length, how would you work out the width? Okay, so that means there's some kind of operation we're going to do with root 80 and 1 plus root 5 to find the width. Okay, clue is not multiplication, because this would be the answer to the multiplication. Okay, and what you set up, you need to do the correct way round. And you know from experience that there is always, nearly always on a Core 1 paper, a question where you have to divide surds, where you have to rationalise the denominator, and just occasionally you get something with just a square root on the bottom. But more normally, you get a division to do where there's some kind of combination of numbers and surds. You very often have to rationalise that, and lo and behold, if you do the division the correct way round, you will be doing a division with this thing on the bottom. Make sure you know why though. Okay, and then you follow your normal process for rationalizing when you have an addition on the bottom. So you'll multiply both sides by something which will look uncannily like this, except for one change in the sign in the middle, and you'll use grids carefully for the top and the bottom, except the top's actually simpler. Okay, root 80 you've already simplified in the top, you don't actually have a bracket over here. Okay, grid for the bottom to be on the safe side, but you know what kind of thing's going to happen on the bottom. It's going to end up as a rational number. Do that carefully, and make sure you give your answer in this form, and you should be all right for 4 marks on that.